Time to Talk Tuesday, where your local realtor, Antonio Newton, discusses the local market and common issues, providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners.
Hi, my name's Antonio Newton, your local realtor with the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, and welcome to Time to Talk Tuesday. Today, we're continuing our series, our 10-part series on the home buying process. We're on part number 4, which is finding a home, finding the perfect home. If you missed the first 3 parts, part 1 was how much can you afford, part 2 was know your credit worthiness, and part 3 was qualifying for a mortgage. Now we're talking about the fun part of finding a home. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss it. Before we jump into today's episode, I just want to take a brief moment and tell you that you can catch all of our video content on our YouTube channel. And if you see a video you like, please comment, share, like it, and don't forget to hit that bell so that way you get notified of any of our video content. You can also connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as other social media platforms. And remember, we make this show for you. So if there's a topic that you want us to discuss, if there's a subject that you want us to cover, please don't hesitate to email us or reach out, and we'll make sure that we do a Time to Talk video specifically on your topic. I also like to take the time to thank our sponsors, which are Better Way Properties. Thank you, as well as Columbia Northeast Home Show. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. But let's dive right in. Step number 4, finding the perfect home. So as we mentioned, we've looked over our budget, our finances. We know how much we can afford. We worked on our credit to get that where it needs to be. We went and we talked to a mortgage professional, and now we have a pre-approval letter. So we're ready to go out shopping. Now, there are many factors to consider when you're looking for a home, and sometimes it can seem overwhelming or daunting. However, it can be a very fun process. Matter of fact, this is what most people think real estate agents do, is walk around and tour and view beautiful homes. Even though there's so much more to this, this is a big job and a big responsibility, a big part of what we do. But also, you as the buyer have a big role in this process as well, because it's important that when you're thinking about the perfect home, that you think about a lot of factors that's involved. Whenever you find that perfect home, we're going to do our best we can to be an advocate, to make sure we're turning it over and we're not just getting caught in the glitz and glamour or where it may be or the price, but we're really thinking about it in all aspects of not only the purchase for you, but if you may need to sell it. Are you going to be able to sell it? Is it still going to be a good investment for you? And we want to make sure that we also get the best possible price for your home. The best possible price does not always mean the lowest price. Because if you really love a home, you may have to, especially in this market, pay a little more than what it's listed for in order to get that home. But if that's the home you love, then that's the route that we take to get that dream home for you. So that's what we do. It's helpful, though, if you can narrow down the process by asking, what must you have in your home? Or what don't you want to have in your home? It's important that you go through this list because it's going to help. So, for example, if you say you want a deck, there could be other factors that are taken into consideration whether the home has a deck or not. Now, obviously, that may be something that's important. Maybe you like to entertain. Maybe you like to grill. Maybe you like to be outside and plants and everything like that. But what's the perfect home doesn't have a deck? We could always add a deck to it. We could always add hardwood floors. We could always add things to a home. But one thing we can't change is going to be the neighborhood, the location, the commute time to work, the access to amenities and things like that. So really think about where you want to be at. Think about the location for that home and let that be one of the main determining factors in terms of where you want to be. If you can't afford to live where you may want to live, then obviously view this as a stepping stone and get something that's going to be close or something that's going to be comparable, but have a plan. Have a plan to live in this home and be able to execute, maybe selling and moving up 5, 7, 10 years down the road as well. It's important that you find a home that not only fits your lifestyle now, but as we mentioned, is going to have a great chance for a resale value in the future. Buying a home is a very important decision, and many people think about this for months and years before they buy a home. So we take that decision very, very seriously. So please don't hesitate. If you have any questions throughout the process about a home, there's a lot of information out there on the internet, but not all of it's true. So don't hesitate to ask any questions, to do our research. Of course, we're going to have home inspections, but look at the crime rate, look at the sex offender registry, look at all these things that may have a determining factor on whether you want to decide to plant your roots here and this be your home for the foreseeable future. Because remember, it is an investment, but it's a long-term investment. So you need to be there for a considerable amount of time in order to be able to reap the benefits of home ownership. And remember, it's important to think about zoning, different zoning laws, the public transportation, any kind of new construction project. Like for example, they're building a Quick Trip and Starbucks right here by our office. So, that may entice someone to live in this area now versus where Starbucks was before. So all these things can have a determining factor. So, just to recap, finding the perfect home is fun. It's a treasure hunt for adults. Don't let the complexity of the process become overwhelming. That's why you hire a professional realtor who can not only make the process educational, but also extremely fun for you. And then you also want to make sure that you're taking the time to do your own homework and your own research and your own due diligence so that we can find that perfect dream home. So step 1, go over your budget, know how much you can afford. Step 2, make sure you get your credit where it needs to be to qualify for a mortgage. Step 3, actually apply and qualify for a mortgage so you know how much you can buy. Step 4, we start looking for a home and how exciting that is. Step 5, once we find a home, we gotta make an offer. So stay tuned because that's part 5 coming up next time on Time to Talk Tuesday. As always, I'm Antonio with the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And until next time, stay safe.
This episode of Time to Talk Tuesday was brought to you by the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, where nothing works until we do. Look for our episodes every Tuesday where Antonio Newton discusses the local market and common issues while providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners. If you'd like to reach out to us, we can be reached online and on land at area code 803-608-2597. So until next time, here's wishing you all fair winds, following seas, and gentle tides.